We like this one better or the other one? Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Hello.
Hello and welcome. We are live. Yeah, Bonks was not prepared. She was not prepared.
I'm not
prepared.
speaking ill of the French. They're lovely people. What?
So welcome to episode 12 of our Absolute Craziness. I am back, and we are joined by some fantastic guests who I will let Bonks introduce. Take it away.
Yeah, because I'm really good with names. Okay, first on the list we had on the list. I'm just gonna have to master words altogether. We have Kai Soremekun, originally from Toronto, Canada. Kai is a beautiful, lovely lady here with the gorgeous hair. She has a very long resume. So instead of me screwing it up, because she's an accomplished lady, I'm going to let her take it away and talk a little bit about your projects, what you've been doing, what you got going on. Miss Kai, would you mind kind of giving us a little rundown about what you're about, please?
Okay, I'm going to do the short version, and then you can ask more details later if you want. I started as an actress, moved to New York to go to school, then moved out to LA, eventually got on a TV show on Fox called Medicine Ball, which is like the 90s version of Grey's Anatomy. And when I got on that show as an actress, I basically busted my ass for about 7 years to get there, and then realized, oh my God, I'm so unhappy, and it freaked me out. And then when the show got canceled, we shot in Seattle. When I moved back to LA, I was like, I think I should try filmmaking. So I just kind of went back to school while I was still acting and started studying filmmaking. And I was like, this is it. This is what I meant to do. And started making shorts and shot quite a few shorts. Then created a web series called Chick, which was inspired by a fucked up relationship. Which is always the best way to do things. And shot a season of that and want to shoot another one, but got sidetracked because I've recently been directing some television, and got the opportunity to direct a new docudrama series for the Movie Network, which is like the Canadian version of HBO up there. And I'm in post-production on that, on 10 episodes. And I still act in commercials because they're great. You work a day and get checks for a year and a half, and I'm all down for that. And that's the short version.
Make that money.
Sure, making that money, girl.
She's making it rain over there.
Hey,
Heather, let me ask you, who's in chat, by the way? I think we got a couple people that we said we were going to shout out to.
Oh, shout out time.
Yeah, so assuming my chat is up to date, and if I miss your name, I do apologize, but we have Angel's Bonks, who didn't get a choice because she's already here. So thanks, Bonks, for showing up to your own show. Captain Morin, Pog Girls on Games, who also didn't get a choice. Thank you, ladies, for showing up as well and being in the chat room. And then Leoric and MMO Buff. So welcome. That list hopefully will grow as we progress in the madness of tonight. So thank you for listening.
Yes, we were on time, people.
Speaking of girls on games, hello, there's two lovely ladies in one camera. This is kind of amazing. Look at you guys in unison. Synchronized waving, I love it. We have Leah Jewer and Catherine Smith Debian, and I'm going to let them take it away and talk about what it is that they do, meow. So ladies, by all means.
So Catherine and I started Girls on Games on a radio station website here in Montreal, Canada, called Shom. It's a rock radio station. And we started it kind of as a way to get more viewers to the website, because we had just dropped a kind of controversial segment called Babes of the Day. And being the two webmasters for the radio station, we were like, no more. So we're like, hey, rock and roll, games, rock and roll, video games, match made in heaven. So what we ended up doing is starting the blog on Shom. And then our colleagues, because we're actually part of Bell Media, which is a big conglomerate here in Canada, and we have 107 radio stations, and some of our other sister stations started picking up our content. So we're now syndicated across 13 different radio stations across Canada, and we do everything from, so we do lots of different stuff. Like, we actually go on the Show Morning Show and talk video games. We do live multiplayer events where we play against Show listeners and talk about the game on the radio at the same time. We've been E3, done some pretty cool stuff.
And everything that you see on the blog, from the videos, the motion graphics, the writing, we do everything, just the two of us. We went to E3, got up at 7 a.m. every night, went to bed at 1 a.m. every night, came home, and died.
It was fun.
They were partying like rock stars.
Yeah. We
I
didn't
have to
really
say,
party.
ladies,
We had no time.
we are impressed with that amount of dedication that you got going on over there and your dream job. Are we right?
Oh, can't complain. I mean,
Yes.
you never know. We could be jumping and going to film Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters or going to Ubisoft, so you can't really complain.
On Monday, we met Imagine Dragons.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask all of our guests, since we have this impressive lineup of very accomplished ladies, you can just think kind of sort of, yes, which we love very much, obviously. Thinking, industry specifically and what you guys do, have you noticed an evolution in how women are treated from when you started to now? And I'll start with Kai.
I'm trying to think, because my experience as an actress and my experience as a director are really different. I found when I was transitioning from acting to directing, I had to kind of get rid of the whole thing around acting where you know that how you look has an impact on how you're being perceived and whether you get a job. And when I started going for things to do with directing, I'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter how I look and whatever, and trying to let go of that. So that was a kind of a personal challenge for me. I try not to get caught up in the whole women-man thing, not saying it doesn't exist, but I find for me to do the best I can in an industry that is very male-dominant, my best approach is to just do the best work I can. That being said, usually on every project I work on, I have one male who will challenge me, but I don't take shit. So they challenge, they test, do a little poking, and then realize, oh, that's not going to work, and then fall in line wherever they need to fall in line. But I don't even take that shit on anymore. I get it. If women were in control of the world, we'd probably do the same shit. When people have power, they don't want to give it up. So fine, that's fine. But I just establish what my boundaries are, and then I move on. So that's kind of my approach to it. Everybody is different. And I think doing what works for you is probably the best way to approach it. Cool. It also impacts your experience, right? Like, I think your viewpoint on it determines what comes into your world and what you experience. So I don't really take it on. So I don't have a lot of it. It is there, but it usually is minimal in terms of how it impacts my ability to do what I'm doing.
Well, that's good, man. That's honestly what I'd like to hear. I mean, that it has that minimal impact. Ladies, how about you two over there? Have you noticed any differences, especially, in media and radio and that whole kind of scene? Has it changed at all, or has it ever really impacted you, your gender or anything like that? I mean, obviously the whole babe of the, week or whatever.
Yeah. That was our own initiative there.
It's a bit weird for us because we're web professionals that happen to work in a radio station. And I can't speak for radio all that much.
Okay,
however, I can speak about web. We're lucky that where we work, there's 6 radio stations, different formats and different languages, and it meshes real well. So there's a lot of women and men and a lot of different origins, and everybody speaks a mix of French and English. So it's a very diverse place. So I don't feel that we have a lot of clashes ever, but I think in web used to be especially the coding side used to be very male dominated, but now you see that it's not just the web designers that are ladies, but now the ladies are coding and vice versa. And I feel like a guy can be a web designer without being called gay, or it's starting to even out.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
Side. on the gaming media side, it's pretty interesting because we're on a press list, and there's a slew of people that we always seem to see at the same press events all the time. They're all guys. It's really only me and Kat, and the companies that we continuously deal with a lot are actually, they said to us the other day at WB, they're like, we're really excited when you guys come because yay, it's girls and they're gamers, and it's nice to see that they're genuinely excited for us to like enter into that realm. But at the same time, like we've started at this, and girl gamers and female culture for coding, for tech, for everything, we've already made a big jump, and there's definitely work to do, but we're getting in there. I must say, there's a lot of, especially at Ubisoft, the amount of developers and like not just coders, like high-end people that are women. It's pretty impressive.
The journals are still very male dominated, but the people making the games are getting more and more diverse.
Yeah, I mean, that I've noticed. I mean, I've been in game media for the past 4.5, 5 years, and it's changed a whole lot since my first E3. And even just even in the pro gaming circuit, people have calmed down. So yeah, it's impressive. But no, that's cool. Okay, so we got kind of intros out of the way. I got to kind of poke you guys with some questions. So now I'm going to lay a little bit of news, if you don't mind. Uncharted writer and creative director Amy Hennig, very effing cool. Speaking of ladies who make games, parted ways with Naughty Dog this week. We don't know why. We here at LORT don't really like to speculate or stir the troll pot. I just wish her well, and I hope she does awesome, and I can't wait to hear where she's going to end up. So that was our little news tidbit for the day. So we're going to hopefully keep an eye out on her, see where she ends up, because I want to know. Carmen, I think you had some news as well.
I do, but I want to say also about Amy, guys, if you are out there and you're a big fan of her, don't forget to hit her up on the Twitter at Amy_Hennig, that's Hennig, and show her some love and appreciation for all of the work that she has done and work that she's going to do continually. I'm sure she's going to pick something up. There you go. It's in the chat for you. And hashtag LORT, tell her you say hi. Oh, let's see. News.
News. This one's interesting.
It is interesting. I have to say that I don't know about you guys and how much you have available in your local area for tech stores or shops that you go get your
so lots.
shops that you go get your gear, headphones, keyboards, pieces, parts, memory, RAM, all that kind of stuff. But if you happen to have a Radio Shack near you, you won't be having one much longer because they're closing. So majority of their stores. It looks like over 1,000 are going to be closing in the United States after their holiday sales were in the toilet. 23% they dropped. So that means none of you bitches were shopping at Radio Shack. You were over at Best Buy or wherever you got.
Hey, I was at Micro Center where happy dreams come
We don't have no Micro Center here, but you were over there. So when we talk to you guys about supporting these mom and pop stores, these small brands, the local businesses, this is part of the reason why. Because now you're stuck with those hiked up prices from those places like, what'd you say over there? Micro Center? And a couple other stores.
Micro Center is amazing. And just to say a few things about Radio Shack, they haven't always been the little underdog guy. In the 90s, they were actually pretty big F&D, at least around me.
Yeah.
Now, this is a great opportunity. I mean, bless Radio Shack's heart, but to be fair, I never found them knowledgeable or very helpful, and they really love to hustle extra little accessories and things. But this is a great opportunity. When any time an electric store closes, Best Buy, Micro Center, anything, you have to go on those closing weeks and go ham and get printer paper for like no reason. Like that's a thing that I do. Like there should be a website for shitclosingdown.com, and I will bolt there, especially if it has anything electric related, where I can just get cables, where I can get 60 feet of Ethernet just to make a dress out of. Like, I want all those things for a ridiculously low price. I mean, there was a Best Buy that closed near me. Me and my husband literally went back 3 days in a row. It was ridiculous. I got iPods for no reason. It was insane. But, don't go into bankruptcy, but this is a great opportunity.
On clearance.
It was on mega clearance, man. you could haggle at like the last day. It was like, look, man, I spent a lot of gas to get here, and you could just it's just
It's a
so
whole
yeah, Radio Shack's
Throw
one
in
of
some
few.
stuff.
Yeah.
We used to have Radio Shack in
you know,
I
Canada.
have breaking news, ladies. Breaking news. I gotta
Breaking
interrupt.
news?
If we had the little ticker, if we had the little ticker, I would give it to you. Breaking news. This just happened. Our very own Paige Belmont, who could not be with us tonight because she lost her shit in her move. I don't know, somewhere in a box. That sounded all kinds of wrong. Didn't mean it like that. She officially has now been followed by Dave Prowlis, who is the original voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars. This is going to blow her mind. All right,
I'm
guys
surprised
know
she hasn't
Paige.
exploded into happy confetti and just.
Yeah, you know Paige and you know what she likes. So
Yeah.
if you want to get your
I do
tweet
have to say
on
that.
and congratulate her, she is beside herself. I think she probably couldn't even make sentences right now. So give us a call on the
Anything
hotline
else?
if you think that's a cool. And I'm done with the breaking news.
All
Heather,
right, so
what you
I
got?
want to ask
Okay.
you guys. Yeah, go Heather.
Go, Heather.
Okay, so I have a little. Bonks is so excited today. She's so eager. I love it. So a little bit of news that I got for you is despite being quite early in the year, we've had a few companies in the gaming industry doing some layoffs, which is very unfortunate. So we got Joystick, EA, Turbine, Disney Infinity, despite its popularity, is rumored to be starting layoffs this week. And then Thief developer Eidos Montreal confirmed that they have laid off 27 employees as of today. So they just launched their reboot of the Thief series in late February and opted to make cuts after deciding to turn their attention to future projects. I hate
Wow.
layoffs.
Well,
I don't like
That's sad.
fun. Not really.
Sad news, man.
All right, so what's
happens
this
to all of
Flappy
us.
Bird business? There goes
I
that
brought
Flappy
Debbie
Bird.
Downer
What's this
to the show. Sorry.
Flappy Bird? What's the deal? Well, F you,
If
Ryan.
Yeah, right. If you have not heard of Flappy Bird like Bonks, you've been living under a rock. Because I know there's some
I
of
do
you
live
out there
under
who
a
still
rock,
have that borrowed version of Flappy Bird that you probably are playing. Because Flappy Bird is no longer available. Flappy Bird got janked out of the store for various reasons.
Flappy Bird. I never played it. I feel like
It
I
was a
missed out on
crack
it.
I honestly never
following
did
game.
either.
Like that Candy Crush game, people loved it. And
Yeah.
it got removed from the store for improper funding and or some other practices. So you can't get it anymore. But instead, you can get what, Becca?
What can I get? I can
You get Tiny
a stack
Car.
of things. What? What?
Tiny Car.
What do I do
You
with
get
that?
Tiny Car. Tiny Car is the new Flappy Bird. It's the same style game. It's the same addictive crap where you drive a car around and you can only turn left or right and you got to stay on the track. People love these kind of crazy games on their cell phone. Don't ask me why. It's like watching NASCAR. You go around in a circle for hours and hours and hours. And I just don't get it. But that's what these games are like on your cell phone. People love this crap. Candy Crack, Flappy Bird, Tiny Car.
Leave me alone on my
all
Candy
those
Crack.
things.
I can't help it now. It's a thing. Well, I'm gonna ask our guests. Do you have like any? Do you either you, Kai, Leah, or Kat? Do you have like these guilty pleasure games on your phone where you're like, yeah, I play it, don't judge me, kind of game?
I have an addictive personality, and this will age me, but whatever. I used to play things like Tetris, and I would play that shit till
Yes.
5 in the morning, and then go to sleep, and I would see the things falling behind my eyes, my closed eyes, and I was like, "This is fucked
my
up. Like, I
God.
can't fucking do this anymore." So I have forbid myself from games, and also
video games for
because
her.
I don't get shit done. I don't get shit done. So it's like games or get shit done for me.
You know
Because I
what?
get
We're
really
like that, but
competitive.
there are
An
no.
applause. I think we should have given
Sure,
applause
yes.
to Kai for her discipline. She should get like a sober chip for how many years she hasn't gotten addicted
You know why?
to games.
Because Kai
Good for
says
you.
no fucks were given about the games. That's what she says.
No
She's done.
Zero fucks. Let's just
over
bust
it.
open the fuck barrier while we're here. Hello,
That's right.
Kat and Leah. Either you girls got some of those guilty pleasure games? I know you do. Maybe
I'm
I
playing
don't.
this one
But
now.
do you?
I randomly downloaded it because I do this sometimes. I just go on the App Store and look at the free games, and I'm like, which has the prettiest icon? I found this one called
Yep.
Disco
Just like a
Zoo.
girl.
That's the thing.
I found this one called Disco Zoo. It's ridiculous. So you have to go and track down animals through like a puzzle game where you just gotta like flip little chips over, and then as you get them, you build your zoo. But your animals fall asleep, but you can wake them up by having a disco. So the whole thing has like a dancing moment, the disco with a ball and everything.
This is a European thing.
Is it
I don't
disco? Is it
understand.
really
Okay.
disco 70s music?
Yes.
OMG.
God,
I have to
that's
have
hilarious.
it. I must go. It has to be in my life. Yay, clap like a seal. I love the disco.
Go download it.
And it's free.
It's a freebie, yeah.
It's
Like
party.
the only like microtransactions to get more what they call disco bucks in order you can earn them as you go. It's not a big deal. But
Oh, it's probably
yeah,
not.
it's run. You can play the game totally free, so it's good.
All right, so does that mean you get to be friends with my zoo if it helped me out? You know, like that farming stuff.
I don't know if it's like cross, like you can go and visit other people's zoo, like Animal Crossing or anything like that. We'll have to
Yeah.
team up and see if we can make that happen.
We're gonna have to check it out. Yeah.
Or
Mine
we have to
already.
email the
Be my
developers
neighbor.
and make it happen.
Yeah, that's right. I have a serious question for our guest and our hosts. Have you ever
Yeah,
had an
Heather.
experience in the industry where you're at an event or you are at a con and you've just got some chick that is giving you the stink eye, and all you did was walk in? I mean, this is something that you may or may not have had happen, and if you did have it happen, did you just keep on walking, or did you give her a stink eye right back, or did you flip her the bird? I want to know. I want to know how you handled that situation. Who wants to go first? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Heather does.
Heather,
I'll go
I knew
first.
it.
I'll go. Well, no, because I feel like mine has been very positive. I mean, and maybe because I don't go to enough cons, I don't know. But like with BlizzCon, at least, it's so. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a love everybody attitude, and I drink a couple, and like I flirt and hit on everybody, and it's always so
Uh-oh.
positive. And I've never had a girl that I'm aware of. Now I may be blissfully unaware of any stink eyes that I have received, but I've never had anyone give me a nasty look or call me a name or anything of that nature. Thankfully, my experience has been very positive. So,
That's
yeah, I
awesome
figured
to
I'd
hear.
That's
get the
lovely.
positive
That's good
note
to
in
hear.
there.
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that there's a lot of stank eyes in the air, but I'm sure they exist. You know.
No,
Okay, who's
usually
up
girls
next?
are more like nice about it than guys are. Actually, girls are like love each other. That I found at least at like BlizzCon. All the girls are like, "I love you, man." No, it's very all about camaraderie.
We get our geek on. That's what happens.
Yeah.
What about you, Kai? Hot lady, you never
I've
get the
had
stink
stink
eye?
eye, but I have to say that at cons, when I've been at cons, I don't experience stink eye. I think people, for some reason, at cons are really open and friendly. So maybe it has to do with that environment. Outside of cons, and I live in Hollywood, so it's
Yeah.
it's
Where the stink
another
eye
beast.
comes from.
Yeah. So in my younger days, I used to get really hurt by stink eyes from other women because for me, I view it like there's enough to go around, and I always want everybody around me to be the most successful they can be and the most beautiful they can be. And it's a purely selfish thing because the more beautiful and successful you are, that means it gets to rub off on me. So that's always been my feelings. So when it's someone wishing something else out of feeling insecure or whatever, I get really hurt and disappointed. But I will say, not lately have I experienced that, but it's
Yeah.
really hard in
Yeah, I
LA.
hope
I
it's
mean, for women, it's a rough town, you know, it's all about youth and looking pretty. And so I think all that you're getting bombarded with, sometimes it just, you know, you start to feel threatened because of all the messages you're getting hit with on a daily basis.
Yeah, I think the media has a lot to answer for on that one. Women can be driven crazy.
This is what
by-
I say to
yeah.
the media. Fuck them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I
Everybody
like
give
that.
it to the media.
That's my
yeah.
favorite Flappy Bird right here.
I
All right, Leah, Kat. Leah and Kat, what about you lovely ladies? You guys are all cute and shit. You ever get the hater eye?
We're Canadian, so we apologize. Sorry.
Oh God.
We know who
we
did
go
it.
to events for work. We go to events for work, and a lot of times we have to interview. We have to film the announcers doing interviews prior to a show start. So sometimes we have to cut the line. Actually, a lot of the times. So that kind of ticks people off. But then we just like show like a microphone flash with like a Virgin logo or a Shown logo on it, and people are like, okay, they're working. Not so bad. But before that point, they're like,
get
why
out
are
of
they
the
getting me?
line.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I feel like it doesn't get too abrasive. I'll say this. I mean, obviously there is a thing called bitchy resting face. I have it. So, I mean, that could be a factor in stink eye-ness. But, I mean, I've never really gotten stink eye. I mean, Carmen, I've gotten hate poems thrown about me, but I've never gotten a stink eye.
Yeah,
I have been, like,
that's big
running...
time.
Yeah, that did happen. I'm actually really flattered by it. But as far as like cons wise, I have ran booths, and what'll happen because I was working for community type stuff. I'd be like, hey, and I'd see ladies because I'm always about the ladies. I'm like, be my friend. No, and they're always having excuse like I don't understand. Like they just they'll just say the meanest shit or they'll just literally can't say nothing. Be like hi, like they're right in front of me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? We should be I want to tell you about this thing and how you doing? You look really cool in your cosplay, and just the stankest eye at me, and I'm like, wow, I just covered in ice Sub-Zero style, just wow. But that could be hunger. That could be, I'm just going to be positive and assume it could be hunger. It could be, that you met your favorite celebrity and they turned out to be a tool bag. That shit happens all the time. So, there's a lot of factors. So I try not to take it personally. I think stink eyes happen. I like to think that stink eye is going extinct, and this whole competitive nature among women might be toning down. Because realizing if we unite, we can ruin everything for the better.
You know what? I think that you're right. We need that to be kind of under the rug and stop giving each other the stink eye. Stop trying to one-up because, like Kai says, you need to be your successful self. Yes. You need to be your successful self so I can be my successful self. So with that being said, I want to know, have anyone here paid it forward? Have you taken time out of your schedule or your busy day or your busy lifestyle and helped someone get to where they want to be? Whether it be making a phone call or opening up some doors in the industry. How are you paying it forward? How are you paying it back? I know how we're doing it by our particular methods, but I want to know how you guys are doing it. And let's start with Leah.
Oh, wow. I guess the best example would be Sally.
Yeah, okay. So we have what we call street teamers for the radio station, and they're kids who want to intern and get involved and that kind of stuff, right? So we had this one girl, Celicia, and she has been amazing. She came and helped us out for one summer for the web department, helped us film and all this kind of stuff. And now we've kind of taken her on as our freelancer, and now she's working like a dog. She's always out going. She's ready up for any type of filming, any type of editing. Like she's awesome, and she's doing really well with it. And I think she's found her calling because she was doing something else before, and I think she's really enjoying it now.
Yeah. It's just
Yay!
She was working for us for free, and we got her a job, and now she's a full-fledged videographer.
Does that make you guys feel good?
What?
Does it make you feel like you've accomplished something?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's amazing to be able to give somebody else that chance that we were given.
Yeah.
So yeah, a friend did it for me to get into the radio station, so I'm happy that I can pay it forward.
That is awesome.
And she's also
that
a
is so
gamer.
awesome.
She loves
and
Zelda.
that's what we want to hear. That's what we want you guys to do out there in that little fan world in the chat, and all you people that are going to be listening to this after we're done live. We want you guys to pay it forward. We want you to help somebody out. It takes 2 seconds to be nice, all right? It takes 30, 40 seconds for you to be a tool, teabag somebody, or whatever it is that you're going to do, that you're going to start some ruckus. We don't do that at the round table.
I don't know if it totally takes
hear...
40 seconds to have been teabagged a lot, but yeah, it we'll say it makes your face look grumpier. Uses different facial muscles to be a tool.
You know what they say, your face is going to get stuck like that. Kai, what about you?
Well, I'm going to say first, before I say what I do, that I don't know if any of you read the book, The Tipping Point, but in that book, the author talks about the different types of people there are. And I don't know if I'm getting them all, but I remember there's mavens, there's connectors, and there's salespeople. And everybody tends to have a different set of skills that they're really good at. Connectors are really good at knowing people and connecting people to other people. Salespeople are really good at selling you on stuff and getting you like hyped into belonging to something or investing in something. Mavens are people who Mavens are people who have a lot of information. They know a lot of things. If you want to find out about something, you go to a maven. So I am a maven. So how I pay it forward is I give anything I know, any of my knowledge that anybody wants to know freely. I don't have any expectations. For example, I've gotten into a few programs in LA, one through the Producers Guild of America that it's like a 6-week program that I went through with my web series Chick. And like if someone wants to apply, I'll send them my application that I sent so they can see an application that gets you into the program. I'll do stuff like that all the time. And I've actually asked other people, like, can I see your application so I know? And they'll be like, no, I don't get it. So I love to offer information. And so just like you were telling people listening and watching to like pay it forward, it's good to know what your skill is, because then it makes it easier to pay it forward, because not everybody has the same skill set. I'm not a great networker, so I'm not the girl to come to if you want to get connected to someone. I have a girlfriend that knows every motherfucker in fucking LA, and she's that girl. So
that's really the Tipping Point is awesome. I've heard great things actually about that. That's actually a good book, great for the reading list. We do support a lot of small business people. I have heard great reviews about the Tipping Point. I haven't read it, but it's definitely on the list of things to hopefully get my face into, and it's awesome that you bring that up.
So you know what? It is a great book, but the thing for me is I'm all three. So I'm like an oxymoron over here.
Smug.
It just depends on what I'd like to pour myself into. I can't. I have to rein myself in. My staff knows. I've got to be like, break it down, slow your roll. Let's see, Heather. What about you, young miss?
That's a good question.
She knows she's a good person.
You know. I would say that there's a couple of different ways, and I think everybody, at least that I like to think on the show anyway, I try to be as positive as possibly can, and I don't put people down, like on the Sundering, for example, my podcast for those who don't know in the chat room. But one of the rules on our show is that we don't get on there and just pinpoint and call people out by name and talk crap about them and put down other podcasts. I think that when you talk shitty about other shows who are in the same positions as you, it just brings you down. And I think it poisons the people who listen to your show. And so I feel like I try to have this attitude that anybody could come and talk on our show, on the Sundering, whatever, just like I would hope that they would let me onto their show to be myself. And so just trying to be a part of a culture that is positive all the time and supportive of what people do. I'd say that. And then, of course, just CGM in general, so Catalyst Gaming, is just about bringing people and networking and getting people to talk to one another that maybe they hadn't before, to go on other shows that maybe they hadn't considered, to boost their own selves and everything. So I guess that would be my canned answer. It doesn't, yeah. So I don't know. I
Cool.
just have this
That's
attitude
very
that
cool.
I absolutely. I just hate when people get on things like social media and spit vitriol at other people. I absolutely cannot. I
Yeah.
never understood why you do that, because you're burning a bridge, right? What I say about somebody 6 months ago, it's on social media. It's there. Somebody will
The
remember.
internet
I
is
said
written
it.
in ink,
What-
man. Permanent.
Who's to say that down the road, the person I was talking shit about, I could work with them at some point. I might want them to come on my show because I talk shit about them. They're going to remember, or somebody who listened to our show, they're going to remember that. So if you don't do it, then you don't burn bridges, is my attitude. So plus it's just shitty.
Very cool.
So I don't like people to talk shit about me, so.
Who would? Who do
There
I
you go.
beat up? Who's talking
I
about
got-
you?
Me. Her ears are burning. Like, where the hell is
We
she
get mad
at?
at
She hasn't
Heather
been on
when
the
she's
show in
not around.
forever.
Yeah,
I
that's
do,
what we
because
get
I
mad
miss
at
her.
about.
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
know.
oh,
We
she's
have
off
attachment
frolicking
issues.
again with her social butterfly ways. Yes, we're moving on. We're moving on, Ryan.
He's giving
Love
us the
some
shut the
game
fuck
stuff.
up, Heather.
Carmen, you got
Oh
some
my
game
God.
stuff? Well, me and Carmen have some game stuff to talk about. I'm going to let Carmen seg our way into it. Carmen, what were
I
we
am.
doing?
All right. We were teaching Carmen how to play Halo. It wasn't pretty. All right, so
Oh,
if
it
you
was
watched
so
last
cute.
week's show, you noticed that there was some Canadian dude in the channel trolling us and screaming stuff and
Mr.
acting
Knives.
crazy. Apparently, Mr. Knives is a friend of Bonk's who plays Call of Duty and Halo. So we left the show that night directly after, and Bonks is like, we'll get you all set up to play, blah, 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 blah. I get on the game, and I got to download fucking 400 codes. Took me like 30 minutes to put all these codes in to get my stuff. I don't even know what it was. Some imaginary shit,
That's
some
what you
guns,
get for being
some,
a late
I don't even
bloomer.
know. And I don't play consoles, people. I do not play consoles, but I'm giving it a go because Bonks makes it seem like it's so much fun. So we get into the Halo, and I'm like, I keep running into the wall. She's leaving me way far behind. She's shooting shit. Everything is dead. I can't even shoot. She's popping stuff off left and right,
You
and I'm like,
shot
can I
plenty
get
of
a
things.
can I get a kill? Can I get a kill?
Can I point out a thing,
But,
though? You didn't die
all right, point out a
once.
thing.
I died all the time.
You're right, because I let you go
Because-
first. Like a smart person. I'm like,
Oh,
you
but-
go first.
Well, Halo co-op is beautiful. If you fuck up, who cares? I'm gonna run ahead of you, and then we'll spawn. And I fell down the elevator shaft. I'm not exactly an ace.
Yeah, you did fall down the
I forget
elevator
how
shaft.
that campaign goes. Oh,
we had
shit,
so
but it was
much
a lot of
fun.
fun.
Though. We had so much fun. I
Yeah, I
enjoyed it
appreciate
quite a bit. And campaign was rocking. We're gonna try to get me into the Halo, and if I can hang in Halo, we're gonna move over to Call of Duty, where I can be so roasted
Yeah, I like to.
as a noob.
I'm always kind of bringing people into FPS either for the first time or it's been a while. And as far as like bringing people in, if you have other people asking about it, Halo for me has always been a good starter. For one, it's just slower. It's just a little bit more mellow. You can do it's just Call of Duty. You're in, you're dead. Like Call of Duty. The
Oh
number
yeah,
one thing
I
is
couldn't even
die.
stand up.
So
I couldn't even stand up.
and I do die a lot. I'll tell you on Josie's show, I had to tell two truths and one lie about me.
Hey,
and
we're
the
gonna
one
do
thing I
that.
said was
We're gonna do that.
And we are awesome because I said the one thing I'm really good at Call of Duty, which is the biggest load of shit ever. I am craptastical at Call of Duty, but I have a really good time playing it. So, sorry, Josie's viewers, if I spoiled it, because I wasn't supposed to allude to what the answer was, but I ruined it because
That's all right.
she'll forgive me.
Now, I played
a whole
plenty
ton
of FPS on the PC. I play with my Razer mouse and my Belkin or my whatever N452, whatever this thing is called right here, and it's awesome. But I can't seem to grasp the concept of the controller. It's so
It's very
foreign to me.
different. It's very different. It's with me and the mouse. Remember me on Smite? I was Smite-tastically awful. I was not okay. But, I was on there
Yeah.
having a good time.
Right, yeah.
You know,
I was
shit
rocking
happens.
some Smite. Matter of fact, I gotta get back to that. So we did have a great time. It was awesome. I would go back again, but I will not go back alone. I've got to take my crew with me before I go back into another console FPS
roll deep.
because it's a
Always
little
roll
nerve-wracking.
deep. All right,
Yeah, I gotta
Heather, what
roll
about
deep.
you? What have you been playing?
Coming in?
Yeah.
What
What
you
have you
playing,
been
Heather?
playing?
Us? What have I been playing? Jeez. I'm in the middle. I just finished the Titanfall beta not too long ago. So
Oh.
thinking of first-person shooters, that's kind of awesome. It's actually supposed to be a first-person shooter that's for non-first-person shooter players, aka me and Catherine.
I didn't get in.
We're like a
Sad
puzzle
face.
action game fanatic. So when it comes to to first-person shooters, I was pretty surprised. It seems like it's going to be pretty good. I'm excited about it. But Kat just finished South Park: A Stick of Truth and reviewed it, and it's awesome.
Oh, no. I can't listen. No spoilers.
Don't say it.
No spoilers.
There's a treachery garden.
I'm gonna say it's like one long interactive episode. If you're a fan, it's amazing. I grew up with South Park, and all I wanted to see was Kenny die and live again. I'm really into Bravely Default. That one's really good.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm down with that.
That's a hot item.
Heather, what about you?
Yeah, all these games. See, I haven't been able to play Bravely Default or Stick of Truth yet because I'm trying to like get done with a backlog of other games I hadn't played yet. So right now I'm working on it's called Ni no Kuni. It's an RPG for the PS3. Yeah, it's really great. I'm digging it. So it came out last year and it's developed by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli, who they did like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo. The game, it looks like you're playing an anime. It's absolutely stunning.
Awesome.
The music is have you played it, Bonks?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Oh,
yes, indeed.
It is. Oh god, it's such a pretty game, and the music is by the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra does the music, and so it's like all these sexy things all coming together to make this game. The battle system's a little clunky to me, but I kind of feel like it's not a deal breaker because the story is so. It's just one of those games that's an absolute joy to play. So I'm very happy I picked it up. So that and then I've been playing Smite. I'm proud of myself because I've been slowly like converting people into Smite. Like my husband plays. I got
Really.
Gosh, let's see. I have a buddy. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who got his brother, and then another friend who got a friend of his, and then I found out a Guilty plays, and a couple podcasters that I didn't know play. So I kind of feel like I'm slowly like, come on over and play some Smite. It's great.
Hey, you need to let them know that we will be giving away more Smite gems and skin codes and things like that in the future. So keep an eye on our website, guys. Those are coming up.
You will want those things.
Kai, have you been playing anything? I feel like you're very busy, but do you have any time?
I want to play now. I'm listening to all of you talk about all these games, but then it freaking like overwhelms me. It sounds like there's like 20 games.
No, you can play Smite with us. You come play Smite with the LORT clan. It's free to play games.
I would say
You could
very entertaining for me to be trying to play. I'd probably be.
We take
newbies. A lot of
we
shit.
don't touch.
We take newbies. We're gentle with you. We'll let you. If you die, you die. We res and go again.
All right. Well, I gotta say, I want to kind of lead into this one because I've always been a little bit curious. I know, so Cooking Mama is back and is now doing Gardening Mama with Forest Friends. I'm gonna be honest. I know there's a lot of people who consider themselves on the feminist mindset that are not totally happy with the Cooking Mama scenario, and maybe would have preferred Cooking Daddy or Cooking Older Brother, Cooking Stuffed Lion. Does it poke anyone's nerves at all? These kinds of games on that level, or is it kind of inconsequential to you? I'm going to start with Leah and Kat over there.
Whatever floats your boat. If you want to play the game, it's cool. I mean, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. If someone's not liking it, then don't play it.
I concur with that. I don't know shit about gardening. I don't know if Gardening Mama will help, but...
Oh my God, I could just imagine you with gardening mama. It says to put 3 seeds. I put 3 seeds. Nothing's coming up.
I'd just be button mashing, just throwing dirt everywhere.
Oh,
Be great.
man.
What about you, Kai? Any concerns, or are you down with gardening via video game?
Me?
Yes, you, ma'am. Sorry.
Well, tell me why. Like, I don't get it. Why are some people upset?
I guess because it's cooking mom and gardening, so she's doing things that are traditionally feminine, and and so people are getting up in arms.
Why can't she be shooting mama or ditch digging
we have
mama
plenty
or
of those,
lumberjack
too.
mama? You know what I'm saying?
Lumberjack mama.
Are you kidding?
Lumberjack
But
mom
instead
would
she
be a
got to be
little rough.
cooking mama or babysitting mama or I don't know. Does that make you
Shaving
upset?
her legs, mama. Bikini waxing, mama.
I guess everybody has their view of what being feminist is, but I mean, to me, it's just about equality, which means you don't lose the other things you do, like cook or clean or I don't know, whatever other examples you guys gave. So I don't get it. It does. I feel like you shouldn't all of a sudden have to exclude these things just because you want more diversity in what's out there.
I can concur with that. What about you, Heather?
I don't take any issue with it. I kind of want to play lumberjack mama now.
I do want
we're on
lumberjack
something
mama.
there.
We're gonna have
but
to
no,
have
I
them
don't
make
take.
that
Actually, I
game.
think the games are cute. They're fun. I don't see anything wrong with them.
I think that's cool. I mean, I agree. I don't see the whole. The amount of fucks given would just be too many. I have a very limited budget on my fucks of giving. So whatever I just fucking said. Yeah, I'm really educated. So I believe. Don't we have like a cool trailer thingy we can run, Carmen?
I'm not sure. Let me check with producer Ryan because we are fully
we're gonna
loaded
double
tonight.
check. I'm gonna pet the lion, and then we'll see what Ryan. We has trailer. So, okay. What does IMC
All right, so
mean,
the trailer
Ryan?
that we have tonight is for, and I'm very excited. I want to see this. I don't know if you guys have read the comics. I don't know if you have seen the trailers, but Guardian of the Galaxies. Let's repeat it. Guardian.
Drop it now!
Yeah, hey, cool, man. No problem. No problem at all.
Who are you?
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Forget it.
We arrested these 5 on Xandar. Check out the rap sheets.
Drax, aka the Destroyer. Since his wife and family were killed, he's been on a rampage across the galaxy in a search for vengeance. Gamora, soldier, assassin, wanted on over a dozen counts of murder. Rocket, wanted on over 50 charges of vehicular theft and escape from lockup.
What the hell?
Groot has been traveling recently as Rocket's personal houseplant / muscle.
Peter Jason Quill. He's also known as Star-Lord.
Who calls him that?
Himself, mostly. He's wanted largely on charges of minor assault, public intoxication, and fraud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. Hey. That's mine. You son of a... Hey! Take those headphones off right now!
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Good times.
I'm hooked on a feeling.
Man, this is a long ass fucking trailer. What the dip?
It is. It's almost done. This is the time where you're supposed to go to the bathroom.
Oh, and we're back.
I've
And
been
we're back.
Hey.
All right.
Woo!
Hey, if you watched the whole thing, thanks for sitting there because that was a long trailer. But I want to know if you've read the comic book or plural books. What did you see in that movie that was different from the comic book? We're going to be putting an article up on our website, the things that we noticed from that particular trailer. And we want you guys to just comment and let us know what you noticed. All right, so that's going to be coming up this week. Guardians of the Galaxy, Let's Find Waldo. All right. I got a quick question for the panel. I want to know, of all the games that you played as a kid, now Kai, you could just make something up because I know that you.
Well, she did play Tetris.
You got
until
the.
she dreamt of it,
Your handicap, right?
which is pretty hardcore.
All the games that you
I'm
played as a kid,
handicapped.
whether it be Atari, ColecoVision, Nintendo, all those things, if you could go back and pick one game out of your collection that you had and bring it back to today's market and today's PS1 or PS1, Xbox One or PlayStation 4, what would it be? Let's start with Leah.
Ooh. I guess mine doesn't count because it's already come out a few times. Zelda Ocarina of Time is the be-all, end-all of all games, period. So, I mean, it's already come out on the 3DS remastered, but if they could make it on the Wii U, that'd be good. They did the Wind Waker one, so if that could get the same treatment, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What about you, Cass?
I'm gonna go with Duck Hunt. That gun trigger was so satisfying.
I know.
Dude,
I
that
broke
could get
mine.
so graphic today too. It could be like that could be an M-rated
That
game.
asshole
Oh my
dog.
god.
That asshole dog. Man.
That dog is a bitch. I said it.
Heather, what about you?
Mine is a tie. I would really like to see some sort of revamp. Oh God, actually, there's 3 games. I lied. Okay, so either a revamp. Okay, well, all the Final Fantasy folks, I would love to see an HD remake of Final Fantasy VII. Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo is one of probably my favorite RPG. God bless it, I would love for them to give that game a full-blown reach around. It deserves it. And then Earthbound, which is a really, really strange.
That's good.
Yeah, Earthbound is one of those games that you've probably heard of but have never played, and it's a really strange, freaky ass, weird game. And the final boss is one of the most terrifying things
Don't
ever.
play that
and
game alone in the dark. That's what I have to say.
Don't
do it.
It's creepy. It's so weird. And the final boss, Gygus, is the backstory behind him. It scares the daylights out of me. And it's on the Super Nintendo of all things, so you think that like it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, but Earthbound is a really good game. Haunting, kind of strange game, but those 3, I think. Don't come back to me again. I might change it, so.
Oh, let's go with Becca.
I actually have 2 racing games that I would like to see come back with a bang. One is a little more unknown. It's called Quantum Redshift. It was done on Xbox. I believe it was through the Microsoft Studios, and it was effing nuts, because the cool thing about Quantum was the higher you got in difficulty, the faster you went. And there were great like rivalries amongst the pilots. It was very effing cool. And for the time, the graphics were amazing. I would love to see that game come back. And the other fantasy race game, there's a lot of realistic race games there. I miss fantasy vehicles. So Jet Moto was one of my big things. Jet Moto, it was an all-terrain jet ski / fucking motorcycle. It was a midlife crisis on steroids, and then like everyone was just, you know, you're zooming through this. There were volcanoes and like just elements, and you could like kick motherfuckers. And like towards 3, you had like a trick park, and you could like do flips and shit. I mean, I loved the biscuits out of Jet Moto, and I would love to see it come back and be super fly fun time. So those are my 2 big picks.
Nice.
Yes.
I see in the chat that we've got Ninja Gaiden. I know pretty much probably everybody here played that game. That's a good one. Legend of Dragoon was in the chat, Mr. Fallen Angel. Single Tim, as we're going to call him from now on. For me, I personally would love to be able to do Centipede all over again, the whole game, just beat the game. Because I spent many hours as a kid with that Atari controller and that single button just... I mean, you get up from the game and your thumb's all blistered and your hand doesn't want to uncramp from the controller. Your parents are like, what's wrong with you? If I was a boy, it would just look all kinds of wrong. But, I was like, I got controller hands. But that was a great game for me. I feel like we should figure out a way.
I feel like since we know Kai is big into Tetris, and I mean she fell asleep dreaming about it, I feel like we should have just a whole thread on Twitter about it. No, it's not. What we should do is we should have a way.
I want to know what Centipede is. I feel like I may have played
How
does Centipede work?
Here's what I'm going to say to chat. We need to figure out a way, and I think we should start this on Twitter. How can we beef up a brand new, Tetris? How can we make it crazier and better? And then Kai will hopefully have time to play it. So if you have weird ideas, I think that's what we should do.
You guys let us know. And when you put it out there, you need to hashtag Kai, all right? So we can let her hashtag.
Oh, God.
Hashtag.
If I start playing that again.
We're going to convert you. Oh, man.
Carmen, I hear that we have given away some swag, and we have more swag to give away.
Swag, hashtag swag.
Swag time.
Hashtag swag.
We have the winner for this week's giveaway. And you guys, if you didn't know by now, we are going to be doing a giveaway each week before our show hits live on Friday. All right, so the giveaway will be either Tuesday or Wednesday. You'll get a 2-day window to enter the contest, and we will live announce who won. And this week's winner, do we have a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll, producer? There we go. This week's winner is Nicole Hazen, who entered via Twitter. Yay, Nicole. You are the winner of a brand new pair of Geotech EX05 headsets. The same one that you saw unboxed last week. Those things are so light and so comfortable. I do not have them on right now because my husband has them. He's taken them to use as his own.
Ditto. Mine is on the Xbox.
Yours on the Xbox? Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm actually, after a few weeks...
You are the winner.
I do have a review coming up. So we'll have an in-depth review of what I love about this headset. But yeah, congrats to Nicole. Enjoy. You'll have a ball. They're pretty snazzy.
Or two.
I gotta say. Or two. No, just one.
I think
you get one.
Just one? Just one. All right. So, that being said, I am putting out the tweet right now to let Nicole know that she has won the headsets. And next week's giveaway, people, is fantabulous. Because next week we're giving away the Pop Hero plastic little, Harley Quinn.
Gnarly Harley.
All right, guys. This is what you're going to get. If you enter the contest,
people go ham for some Harley.
Harley. She's
hashtag
so
ham for Harley, okay? You guys want
this. There you go. This is next week. So if you want number 24, Pop Heroes, Harley Quinn, on your desk, mounted to your car dashboard, I don't even know where the hell you're going to put her, in your bathroom, whatever.
Up your
enter the contest.
On your nose.
Harley Quinn's watching you poop.
Harley Quinn is watching you poop.
We will have that board next contest.
Heather, you got some crafty news.
Yeah, going on.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm excited about this. So, those people out there on Etsy who make some geeky crafting thingy bangs, we are taking applications to have your items and store promoted on our website, and a chance to win, a chance to come onto our live show to promote yourself and hang out with us. When you submit your show application, just please add a photo of your work so we can admire it and go from there.
I like to
So all your
admire.
homemade geekiness, everybody getting their geek on out there on Etsy, and it's crafty because I ain't crafty. I cannot draw a stick figure to save my life. My friends don't even want to play draw something with me. They block me from that game because it's horrible. Okay, I gotta have my kid draw if I'm gonna be able to play. And people that can make all these cool stuff, I just envy you. So we want to give you your 15 minutes of fame. We want you to come on the show if you're picked to take your item and be like Vanna White style. This is what it's like.
Yep.
This is how I made it. This is why we make it.
Teeth,
and
evening
we
gown.
could give one away. Duct tape. Yeah, hook it up.
Boob tape. I want all of it. So speaking of crafty,
Yeah.
can I say that I invented a thing? Because I have no
You
life.
did. All right.
I made a word. I made a
Oh,
word because I'm
word.
always on Xbox. And there's a word that I made for when someone is playing with that busted, Walmart connection, and it's just not happening. There's no shame in this, by the way. So I just had to
That's
come with a
me
cute
every
name.
night.
Yeah, so I just tell my online friends, I'm like, dude, you're a lagamuffin. So it's just a lagamuffin, and I'm gonna put it actually in the chat, and I even give you a
And it's
little
gonna have to go into the Bonks
Where's that
dictionary.
hashtag?
Yeah,
Hashtag.
so there you go, lagamuffin instead of rag. You're just a
Lagamuffin.
damn lagamuffin, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in it. I just wanted to give my friends a cue name. Like, get your lagamuffin ass in the game already. Good grief. So
Is that Is that
there you go.
you combine lagamuffin and muffin
With
top?
ragamuffin.
What do you get? Oh yeah, it's a whole new vocabulary. Oh my gosh! Hey, ladies,
So
let's go with that's a song. Hey, ladies. Oh, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Anyway, let's find out where we can find our guests. Let's give a shout out to their social media. So, Kai, let's go first. Where can we find you on the Twitter?
On the Twitter, I have my own Twitter, which is Kai Soremekun, which is my full name. Little tough to spell that last name, but KaiSoremekun.
We're putting it in the chat, sweetheart.
Awesome. And then I also have a Twitter for my web series, which is Chick, but the Twitter handle is Who Is Chick. And the website is whoischick.com. So that's where my web series is, which is about a girl who wants to be a superhero. And I do a blog as well where I explore how we can be.
Oh my god, I love that chick. I watched every episode.
So
if you guys
awesome.
haven't seen it, you've got to go out and see it. Now, forget what you've seen here today.
You can watch it or we can fight. That's how it is.
Right,
So
that's
watch
right.
that.
Forget what you've seen right now. Forget you've seen this person that we're talking to, because you've got to see the alter ego that is Chick, because it's rocking.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know what? That is so true, because when I wrote it, I didn't write it for me, and then I was like, when am I ever going to be a superhero again and get to dress in a superhero outfit? And then I was like, fuck that, I'm going to make me the superhero. So I recommend everybody be a superhero once.
Can I ask, do you
it.
still have that outfit?
Yes, I do. Okay, this is what's funny. Once when we had shot first season, I washed it and hung it out on the laundry line to dry out back, and people were like, what's going on with the superhero outfit hanging out on the back line?
You're like, that's my day job.
That's even better.
Identity reveal.
Don't
How
be a hater.
badass
That's
did
my
you
day
feel?
job. Hey, I got a challenge for Heather and Bonks.
Oh, shit.
You two need to come up with your superhero costume. You are going to go to Goodwill and you're going to rock it out. All three of us are
I'm a
going to
lazy
Goodwill.
person who never cosplays.
There is no sleep for you, girl. You are going. You got a 30-day window.
I was gonna
us.
do Amy Farrah Fowler because it's really easy because I got this going on, and it'd be really easy to just get some glasses and have a tall gay man be my boyfriend. So I was gonna do that.
I am challenging all four hosts, including myself, 30 days. From 30 days from now, we're going to have a picture up on the website with your superhero costume made from thrift store only. Thrift store, yard sale, or your neighbor's house. Heather, don't go get the
see my
leotards from
lion's
next door.
face? He's not into this.
Or the
He's
yoga
like,
pants.
"Ugh."
30 days. Gauntlet
I'm
is
into this
thrown.
shit. I'm into this shit. I'm done. I'm doing this.
Heather's gonna
I'm doing
totally
this. I'm
pull my ass,
inspired.
but yes, I will do it. I will do the thing.
I'm inspired by
I
Kai.
can totally
so,
see all of
so-
you as superheroes. I'm just looking at you right now. You're like halfway there.
Yeah.
Already, so
Kai,
Yeah, hats,
if you
hats
would,
do that.
if you would, my dear, we're gonna have you judge the contest. Are you willing to
I'll
take
do
on
it.
that task? All right, she's willing to take on that task. It's gonna be on. All
How do we
right,
find
let's
Kat
find out.
and Leah?
We can invite the Kat and Leah if you want to jump in on the bandwagon. We will gladly have you two.
How do we find you girls on the interwebs?
Pop some tags.
Are you taking?
So,
are you
how do we find
accepting
you
the
girls?
challenge?
Pardon? Are we
Are you guys
accepting
accepting
the
the challenge?
Yeah, I guess we're going
I
to.
think I'm.
Do we have to be like
All
a
right.
superhero duo? Like, are we like a tag team or?
You can be a duo if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. We'll let you
How
be
do
your
we find you
individual
guys
if you feel so fine.
So what's your internet
hold your
stuff?
horses
How do
up
we
there.
find you? What? I
how do you
can't
find us?
hear. I
Hold
think I'm a lagamuffin. I can't. Wait, what?
Oh
you
boy!
can
All right,
so
so
slow.
That's okay.
go for it.
Find us on Twitter on The Girls on Games. We had to put the in there. And then website-wise, shom.com, but that's spelled C-H-O-M. Apologize for my dog. He wants in on this.
Aw,
Yeah, so
puppy.
CHOM.com.
Hey.
And we're on Facebook, Girls on Games, and we have a YouTube channel too, The Girls on Games.
And Instagram.
Oh yeah, that thing too.
We're overachievers, sorry.
That's awesome.
They're everywhere. Shout outs. I got none.
Look at
Look up
I got
I have
none.
one.
Heather
Pick
has
me.
one.
I have one.
Go for
I
it.
do have one. So I have been nominated kindly by all of the people who listen to Sundering in a tournament of some sort of podcasters. So if you could go and throw a vote my way, I would be very much appreciative. I know it sounds kind of hoary to ask for votes, but so be it.
No.
I'd like to
Hashtag
do well.
Team Heather. Hashtag
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
Heather.
What the fuck not?
Hashtag-
You should do it. You should do
Yeah.
it. It's a good idea. It's for great justice. Go throw a vote my way. I think can we get that in the chat? It might block me.
It's
I don't
coming
know.
up right
Let's put it in
now.
there and see. All right.
Producer
so,
Do
Ryan
you have to
on
do
the
like
JOP.
podcasting challenges?
Yeah. I am Zia, by the way. People don't know my pseudonym. It's XIA. So don't get it confused with another random broad. So
Do you have to
I
do
just
podcasting
tweeted Team
challenges?
Zia.
Oh,
Say
sorry.
again.
Do you have to do podcasting challenges? Like,
Sorry?
I don't know. Do you have to do like a podcast challenge to be in a tournament, or is it just
no. It's basically listener and other podcaster. They go into a forum and they vote for everybody. They just put a name into a hat of everybody they like, and then they take the most votes and put them into brackets, sort of like March Madness. And it just so happened that enough folks thought that I was pretty good to throw me into this bracket with a lot of really fucking good podcasters. It's Warcraft related, so there's really good folks on there who will probably win. But yeah.
Yay.
very cool?
So why
Nice.
not? I figured I'd put it out there in the world. So
All right, so
that's all I got.
let's see. Kat, you've been awful quiet. You got some shout outs over there?
Shout outs.
Sure.
You could follow our radio station, Show 97.7. That's a good shout out.
That's
Our
a
buddy,
that's a good one.
Yeah, Jason Rockman's now on air, so if you shout out and say, "Hey, Jason," he'd be like, "Well, how do you know who I am?" So that'd be kind of cool.
Hashtag.
Rockman is not a radio name. It's his actual last name. I saw his driver's license.
What?
Best
That's
name
cool.
for a radio station. Jason Rockman. Shout out to him.
Nice. All right, so Leah, anything from you?
Shout
No shout outs?
Trying to
No independent
No.
shout outs?
independent shout outs.
Thank
don't
you,
know
Mom
off
and
the top of my
Dad.
Give me
You know.
give me a minute. I'll track one down.
All right,
for
we'll
you
come
for
back
sure.
to you.
All right,
All right.
Huh?
Shout outs from Kai.
I don't have any shout outs.
No? No one you want to thank for where you are today?
Shout
My
out to your
mother
superhero costume.
And my father. Let me tell you a great story
Alright,
about my
that's
mother.
cool.
That's a shout out. So my dad is a doctor and my mom is a nurse. And when I wanted to get into the entertainment business, my dad was like, hell no, you could do that as a hobby, but you ain't doing that as a career. And I got into university in Canada, and I also got into performing arts school in New York. And I sat down with my parents and had to make a decision. And my mom said, you have to go to New York, because if you don't, you'll always wonder what if. And the rest is history. So I got to give a shout out.
Yeah.
To your
for
mama.
that.
Shout out to Kai's mama.
That's awesome.
That's a good mama. My mama would have been like, "Shh, you ain't going nowhere." And I'm
You're in
still
trouble
here.
now.
Nah, not really. She'll call me and be like, I heard you talking about me. I have no
Feels
shout
like you're
out. Bunks,
listening.
what's your shout out?
Well, I want to give a shout out to my lion because he's really badass.
I saw you petting
I wanna-
him. He's cute.
He's pretty. I look pretty gangster with a lion. It's very Coming to America, so baller.
Is that Velvet?
I want to give.
I love that movie.
Sorry. I want to give a shout out to Geotech because I really, really, really like the headset. I love it. I'm living in it, and I will have a full-on review. I just wanted to kind of spend some quality time with it before I gave out my full review, so that'll be up. I have a great conversation. Shout out to my own stupid-ass blog because I'm going to put a great Xbox Live conversation on there that I think you girls are going to love. It deals with breasts and moobs and all sorts of things. So
Woo!
shout out to the LORT community.
Making me hot.
You guys are awesome.
You know what? I do have a shout out. Shout out to Bunks' mom, who she's going to be interviewing soon, right?
Ah! Yes.
Yeah. You guys just don't know how epic she is. Bunks is holding
You
out on
don't
us.
know. That's the problem. I love you, Mom.
Alright.
Like that, you can't even
And I want to
see
give
on the
a
screen.
final parting words to all of our new fans and followers and Facebook groupies, all you people that have just gave us so much love over on the Reddit community, which is blowing my
Yeah, we
freaking
love
mind.
Yeah, Reddit tag.
Don't forget to hit the LORT support button at the top of our web page because, you know, without a little bit of some monetary support, $2 is coffee. Drive through McDonald's. Don't hit McDonald's. Give me your $2. I need production money, guys. If you guys want us to keep up what we're doing and be here every Friday, give us a little bit of love, all right? Or at least share, spread the word, retweet. We want to stay for a while and hang out and have a party time with you guys. We got big things coming in 2014, the rest of the year. We will be at PAX East. We will be at C2E2 and gosh, Lord willing, we will be at E3. We'll see what happens. And I think that leaves the rest of us all ready for night-night or some Call of Duty or Kai with some Smite.
All of those.
All right, round table out, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Our guests are the best.